This is Rak Noble for Women's Fight News. I'm here with the First Lady herself, Cecilia Braekhus. Cecilia, how are you today?
I'm doing good. Um, I'm in great shape. I feel great. Fights coming up, so the whole team um, are in a great mood.
So, of course, you fought in Norway, Denmark, Germany, Russia. You fought all around the world.
America,
America, Monte Carlo, I believe. I done my
yeah.
research. You fought all over. And this must be one of the biggest fight nights that you thought of throughout your career in Dublin under the Katie Taylor undercard. Talk us through how it feels.
Yeah. Excuse me. What was the question again?
How does it feel fighting on such a big card in Dublin with Katie Taylor, Chantal Cameron headlining?
Oh, I think it's going to be so much fun. Like you say, I never fought in Dublin before. Um, I had some big fights in Norway, Germany, in the US, and now I get to fight on a huge show in Dublin. So that is definitely a new experience in a long career. And that's why I love boxing, and that's why I'm still here.
Of course, you've been around in boxing for quite a long time now. Unified champion, undisputed champion, the first lady, of course. How much motivation do you have to continue winning in the sport, to continue breaking more records?
Well, I think I still love to come to the gym. I still enjoy being here. I'm looking forward to tomorrow, putting on my gloves. When I'm go to bed, I'm thinking about the day I had in the gym, trying to analyze. I did this, I did that. I can be better in this way. Tomorrow, I'm going to be that 1% better in something I maybe did not exceed. Was great in today. So that motivation and that love for boxing is still there 100%.
So, of course, you've been boxing since the early 2000s. When you first picked up a pair of gloves and was headlining in Norway, Denmark, did you ever think that women's boxing will be where it is today?
I had to believe it. I had to have something inside me that believed that, things are going to get better. So I did believe it because I had to believe it.
And of course, you came from the day and age of fighters like Oxina, Castillo, Mia St. John, Christy Martin, even Callie Reese, she was fighting back in the day.
Yeah.
How does it feel being part of Holly Holm? Can't forget Holly Holm. How does it feel being
Hold
part of
on.
that generation and now coming over to the newer generation of female fighters?
I think that says a lot about how I have been managing my career, how good I am, and how much I love the sport.
What if you could have done anything different in your pro career? What would you have done?
Ooh. I don't like to go back and say I should have done this, I should have done that. Um, so I normally don't think about it, but I know, of course, that when there's a global epidemic, you take a step back. That I know by now. You just don't go full forward without no a roadmap or nothing. When something like that happens, you take a step back. I think that's the only thing I have to say.
Would you say the fight that you took during the pandemic may have been the wrong fight at the right time, potentially so?
What?
Would you say the fight you took during the pandemic, it might have been the wrong fight at the right time?
Ooh, you know what? I should never have been in a ring under the epidemic. I should have been back in Norway with my family and friends. I should never have been in a ring. I should not have been in Big Bear for months in that high altitude. I did not have any doctors around me, no team, no nothing, which is absolutely insane. And I do not. I'm have to tell any fighters and athlete coming up, if you're doing harsh training in high altitude, you need to be very, very careful and monetized.
But of course, yourself as the First Lady, undisputed champion, you're not known to shy away from challenges. Even on the 20th of May, you're not shying away from a challenger. You're going up against super welterweight champion, two-weight world champion, Terri Harper. That's not an easy fight. That's not
No,
an easy decision.
not at all. I mean, I'm still. I don't have that many fights left. I had one. I had been out of the ring for a long time, so I need to get I need to have one fight just to get that ring rust out of me, but I can't. I can't. These fights that I'm taking from now on, they has to be meaningful.
How many fights do you think you have left?
Well, that all depends right now. It's taking fight by fight.
So, of course, you're getting ready for Terri Harper. You're currently in camp in South London, Churchill's boxing gym. Sparring partner Hannah Ranking. She did last time go in with Terri Harper. Have you learned any tricks or advice that you might be wanting to use on the night?
No, we don't really talk about Terry Harper here. We are very focused on what I'm doing and what my task in a ring will be coming fight night.
I'm sure you've seen some takes of Terri Harper. What are your thoughts of her as a fighter?
Just all around solid fighter, strong, athletic. She's good on her feet. She's technically sound when it comes to boxing, and I really enjoy that because it means I'm not there to brawl for 10 rounds. I get to do what I really love to do, and that's actually a boxer.
And of course, you was the undisputed at welterweight for I believe it was 6 years, unified for 11 years. Um, what made you decide it's time to move up?
Excuse me.
What made you decide to move up in weight class?
Oh, I just couldn't make that weight division anymore. I was struggling hard with my weight for the last. I I don't even understand how I made that weight.
And of course, before this fight, there was talks of yourself fighting Natasha Jonas. There was your talks fighting potentially a mega fight with Clarissa Shields. What made you decide to go the Terri Harper fight?
To be honest, we just wanted to have the fight that brought a belt, a great champion, and that was Terry Harper. And Natasha Jones was talking with Shields right then, so it was just made sense to talk to Terry Harper, and she was game, and yeah, we got it done.
And of course, we're in 2023. The options of fights in your division is endless. Of course, after this fight, you could potentially fight Jonas. You could fight Clarissa Shields.
Yeah.
Justin McCaskill, she's still out there. Chantal Cameron's around. There's still many, many options.
Oh yeah. More, I mean, I could go on and on and on. There's so many options, but yeah, I can only do this as long as I'm having fun, I'm enjoying it, I can keep up with the young girls in the gym, but of course sometimes I have to go on in life too, unfortunately.
And of course, we have such an abundance of female fighters out right now. Who would you say are your top three female pound for pound fighters currently in boxing today,
I can't
outside of
give you a
yourself?
top three. There's so many. Oh my God. There's so many female fighters there. It's impossible for me to give you top three.
Understandable. And just lastly, of course, you've been around before women's boxing had the cameras, the lights, when you was fighting in smaller leisure centres, probably not getting paid anything more than a couple of thousands of pounds.
Yeah.
Now that you've made it here to the big stage, now that you guys are the main event and headlining the show, what advice would you give to up and coming female fighters who are making their way up?
What?
What advice would you give to the female fighters that are coming up?
I think, just, of course, I'm not going to sugarcoat anything. This is hard, and just a small percent is making it. But you need to work very hard. It's a brutal sport. With that said, um, it is definitely worth it putting that belt around your waist. It is an incredible and amazing achievement. But you always have to listen to your gut, always. So please do that. Always be safe.
And just onto the main event, Katie Taylor or Chantal Cameron, who do you think takes the fight on the night?
Oh my God! I just think it's such an amazing fight. I have so much respect for Katie for taking this fight, and she, oh, that's a dangerous opponent. Um, I will say Katie will edge it because I know, having my own homecoming in Norway, I know what that makes, what that does to you. But it's going to be 10 explosive rounds.
Thank you very much, Cecilia. All the best for the 20th. and hopefully two-time champion of the world. Thank you
Thank
very
you
much.
so much. Thank you.
Thanks.
Thank you for watching, and if you enjoyed the video, please hit like. Don't forget to subscribe so you don't miss any future content, and why not check out any other videos on the channel. You can follow Women's Fight News on Twitter, Instagram and Facebook.